y'all, it's Amanda with Pig Chicka Cow Cow Barbecue. We are here with our Weber kettle. We just finished grilling up some delicious cheeseburgers from dinner, so we figured while we have the grill still out, the fire's still going, that we would show you one of our favorite summertime desserts. We're going to make a grilled pineapple and grilled pound cake dessert. We're going to take inside the house and we're going to top it off with some vanilla ice cream and finish it with some hot caramel. It is so easy, it is so delicious. We hope you like it. Before you go any further, don't forget to hit subscribe, like us, follow us, and stick with us. So as you can see here, we have a set of grill grates on the Weber kettle. It is grate side up from when we made those burgers, so we get those gorgeous grate marks on the patties. But now we're going to flip them over so we can show you how versatile the flat top side of the grill grates are. So you're going to take your grill grates, and you're just going to flip them over and get them ready to make the dessert on. Alright, our grill's all set up and it's time to start assembling our dessert. I have a pound cake here that I picked up at the store. I did not make one, but if you want to do that, feel free to go ahead. I got a sour cream pound cake. They're my personal favorite. I also picked up a pineapple that was already peeled and cored. You can use a fresh whole pineapple if you would like to do that yourself. If you don't, canned sliced pineapple works great. As long as you get it in 100% juice, it adds a little extra flavor, so whatever is easiest for you. I've also taken a stick of butter and I've gone ahead and melted it down in this bowl here. It's 1 stick of butter. I'm going to take a 1/4 cup, 4 tablespoons of brown sugar, and I'm going to mix it into the melted butter. And once I get the brown sugar in there, I'm going to whisk the brown sugar and the butter until the brown sugar is all melted down. And this is going to go on both of the pineapple and the pound cake, and we're going to glaze it on both. So when we put it on the grill, it's going to add that nice crust to both parts of the dessert. It's going to be so good. So once we've got our brown sugar melted down into the butter, we're going to take some vanilla, and we're going to add about a teaspoon of vanilla. I like vanilla, so I may add a little more, but a teaspoon works great. You're going to take that and you're going to add it into the butter and brown sugar mixture. You're going to get this all whisked up so you have a nice glaze for your pineapple and your pound cake. Now that we've got our glaze all mixed up, we're going to go ahead and start cutting our pound cake. You want to make sure that the pound cake is cut in thick enough slices so that it holds together but not so thick that you're going to lose the flavor of that crust once you put it on the grill. So I would say about 1 inch thick, maybe a little thinner, but you want to make sure that it holds up. So make sure you have a nice sharp knife and just cut it about 3/4 to 1 inch to 1 inch thick. Just want to get your pound cake nice and even. Alright, we've got a few slices of pound cake here, ready to go. Now we're going to take our pineapple and we're going to do the same thing with our pineapple. Before we cut the pineapple, we're going to take the leftover juice out of the bottom of the container and we're going to add this into our glaze. Going to make it even more delicious, and again, if you're using canned pineapple, you're going to have a lot of extra juice, so add as much as you want to taste, but it's going to add a lot of sweetness and some good pineapple flavor to this mixture, and it's going to make it the right consistency as well. So get that all whisked together and have your glaze ready to go. Then you're going to take your pineapple, and I would make it just a little thinner than your cake, probably about maybe a 1/2 inch to a 3/4 of an inch thick. You're going to get your pineapple ready to go on the grill as well. Alright, we've got our glaze here, all ready to go. Remember, it was a stick of butter, a 1/4 cup of brown sugar, teaspoon of vanilla, and the leftover pineapple juice. It's all ready to go. We have our pineapple slices that we cut. We've got our pound cake slices that we cut, and now we're going to get them glazed and ready to go on the grill. So we're going to take a basting brush, and we're going to give each piece a nice glaze. Don't worry about overdoing it. It's going to give it a nice crust when you get it onto that hot grill. I'm going to get each piece nice thick coating of this delicious buttery sugary glaze. Who doesn't love butter and sugar? You know it's going to be good. The same thing with our pineapple. Again, don't worry about overdoing it. You cannot do too much glaze on these slices. The more the better. It's going to come out crusty, delicious, and now we're ready to get them on the grill. Alright, we've got our pineapple and pound cake ready to go on the grill. Our grill's all ready. You can see how easy it is to open this kettle with our unknown accessories hinge on it. We've got our grill grates turned over to the flat side, and we're going to take butter flavored cooking spray and we're going to give our grate a nice, even, thick coating of this butter spray to make sure that we don't have any of it sticking with all that sugar and butter we've got going on the cake. So now that we have everything glazed, we're going to take our pound cake and we're going to put the butter, the glazed side down onto the griddle, and we're going to start to let this cake glaze up and get that nice crust on it. We're going to take the same with our pineapple slices, and we're going to also put the pineapple slices on the grill. Oh, that one almost got away from me. See? Never too much butter. Everything's going. You can hear that sizzle. The sugar, the brown sugar, are going to create that nice crust on the food. And we're going to give it about 30 seconds to a minute before we glaze the other side so we can get it all flipped over. Alright, so we've got our pineapple and our pound cake on the grill. It's been on there for about 30-45 seconds. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to give that other side a nice thick coating of the glaze for the pound cake and the pineapple so we can get it flipped over and start getting that crust going on the other side. Make sure it's nice and even. Apply it to both the pound cake and the pineapple. And since we have a little extra here, it's going to keep giving it a nice glaze. Again, there's no such thing as too much butter and too much brown sugar. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and flip over our pound cake and our pineapple. Now that it's been on here for about a minute or so. Oh yeah, you can tell the other side of each piece has a nice crust going on. It's looking great. It's going to taste fantastic. It smells so good, you guys. Oh, I cannot wait to eat it. And since we have a little bit of extra glaze left, we're just going to apply it to this other side just because we don't want any of this delicious glaze and all that flavor to go to waste. Right, we're going to close the grill up and let that other side sizzle and get a nice crust on it as well. Alright, so it's been about another minute and 15 seconds. We're going to check on that other side, see how our cake and our pineapple is. You can see it is so good, y'all. It has a crust on both sides. You can tell the cake is done. Your cake is going to cook a little bit quicker than your pineapple because it is already so soft and you don't want it to burn. You just want that nice crust on it. So we're going to go ahead and take our pound cake off of the grill. And we're going to go ahead and make sure that that other side has a nice coat, which it does. It looks so good. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to take our cake off. We're going to flip our pineapple dough over once more and give it about 30 to 45 more seconds. You can tell it's not quite as done as that pound cake here. So let's just give it a little bit longer. And of course, because we have glaze left over, let's keep glazing it up. Keep adding that flavor. Alright, so the pineapple's been back on the grill for about a minute and a half now, and we're going to check the other side to see if it has that nice golden crust. So let's take a look, and you can tell it has that nice golden brown crust on this side, so it is definitely ready for its final flip. Oh, that one looks fantastic, y'all. The color on this pineapple looks so great. Let's give it about 30-45 more seconds on the other side, and then we're ready to eat. Alright, let's check on our pineapple and see how it's doing. Alright, it looks like it's just about done, so let's take the pineapple off and let's take a look at the crust. You can see one side has this nice crust, and we're going to flip it over We're going to check that other side. You can see it's also golden brown on that side, so it looks like it's ready to come off. So we can go ahead and assemble these desserts. We're going to go ahead and we're just going to flip them off into a half pan here with our pound cake that we took off just a few minutes ago. Oh yeah, looks so good. Alright, let's get these things assembled so we can eat them. It's time to assemble. I can't wait any longer. It smells so good and I'm so ready to eat this. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take a couple pieces of our grilled pound cake and we're going to place it at the bottom of each of our bowls. So put 2 pieces of pound cake in each bowl. From being grilled, sometimes they may fall apart. That's fine. It's going to taste just as good. On top of the pound cake, we're going to put a few pineapple slices on top. I would say about 3 is the right amount to get that delicious taste of the pineapple and the pound cake. So we've got our 2 slices of pound cake, our pineapple in each of the bowls, and now we're going to top it off with some vanilla ice cream. I'm going to put a couple scoops of ice cream. What the heck, let's make it a 3rd scoop. We worked hard to make this dessert, didn't we? It's a little hot out here. Ice cream's going to start melting if we don't hurry up and eat it. Right, and I'm going to finish it off with some hot caramel sauce. This is going to add just the right flavor to top it all off. Alright, bon appetit. I can't wait to dig in. Thanks for watching. I hope you all try this at home. This is our favorite dessert to make in the summertime. It's something that was inspired by one of my favorite desserts that my dad always made for me. So I hope you guys enjoy it just as much as we do.